to the Cinementalists. Noun, plural. Definition, those whose love for movies runs so deep, they can't help but do a podcast about them. Hosted by Colton Robertson and Joseph George. Hello everybody and welcome in to the Cinementalists. Today we are back with our movie coverage fresh off of our top 100 films of the 2020s, which this movie is certainly a part of. Today we are discussing Nope to kick off Black History Month. It was released on July 22nd, 2022, written and directed by Jordan Peele. I'm Colton Robertson. I'm joined by Joseph George. What's up, homie?
Oh, what up, what up? Always a pleasure to be here.
Oh, and it is always a pleasure to have you. And this is the first time we are covering a Jordan Peele film since Get Out. And we covered Get Out back for the 52-year journey through film in 2022. We're coming up on 2.5 years, I think, since that movie was covered for us, which is wild. How do you feel about Nope at large, and how'd you feel on this most recent viewing of it?
I love this movie. I guess it's at least on Letterboxd says it's my fourth viewing if I log them all. So I'd say at least 4. But Jordan Peele has just kind of very quickly become one of my favorite. I'm gonna watch anything this man puts out. Like just every movie that he has put out. Us, I think, is generally his weakest movie. I mean, because Get Out and this one are just I fucking love immensely. But even Us, like, it's fantastic. Like it's just such a good horror movie. But this, I don't know, it kind of stands alone for me for his movies, just because it kind of has the sci-fi kind of aspect to it. But then, I don't know, just as a horror movie, and it's funny, it's shot really well. It's just, everything is just kind of going for it. And I just love everything that he's doing. Like Jordan, I feel like he just puts so much craft and so much love and thought into what he does, and there's always so many layers that you can peel back in the movie and kind of notice new things about and just subtle foreshadowings or stuff that I didn't pick up on initially, and
there's plenty of it in this one too, man. This one's I love this movie. You know, I think that it's one of the strongest movies in a really strong year, which was 2022. You know, that brought us the Batman and the Fabelmans and Everything Everywhere All at Once and Tar and Top Gun Maverick and Avatar Way of the Water and all just a ton of great fucking movies came out in 2022. And this stands amongst that top tier, I would say. It's a beautiful film, man. I think that Daniel Kaluuya puts on one of my favorite performances of his. You know, obviously Get Out, he has a little bit more he has to do like expression-wise, and just generally he has to dig a little deeper. But the subtlety he displays in this one is so fucking strong. I love it. And there's this look he gives Keke Palmer towards the end of the movie that is the most emotional he ever gets, and it's fucking awesome. It's when he does the little reference back to whenever he was wrangling Jean Jacket the first time, the horse she was supposed to train and stuff. Woo. And you know, it's good. It's good stuff. And he does the little eye to eye thing, and you can see like the kind of like, let's fucking go sort of in his eyes, you know, like I'm about to risk my fucking life for you. I love you, dog, sort of thing. And yeah, it's good shit, man. It's real good shit. And he's a fucking hero, man. And frankly, my favorite character of the movie is Keke Palmer's character. Okay. I think she's fucking hysterical. Emerald's wonderful. She's just, I think that ultimately having her be the one who gets the photo, and you know, she holds it down for her brother, even though she's always been the one that seems like she's really ready to walk away. Even before all this, obviously, you know, she was, you know, this is her side shit, not all the other stuff. I fucking love the way Keke Palmer plays the character. One thing that I don't even know why I'm able to reference it so much, but I say it all the time, is she looked like she got a big house. I fucking love that line. I think it is so fucking funny. Hey honey, you look good. She looked like she got a big house. I love that sentiment. Like looking at somebody and going, you look like you have a big house. That's fucking incredible. And that's like you said at the top, this is so fucking funny. You know, when it came to like, I've only seen Us once and I did quite enjoy it, but it's a little, I'm not super big on like true horror movies, and that movie is scary. I will be getting back around to it at some point, but it's just not one I can revisit the way that I can specifically this. And then second most revisitable for him is Get Out. And Get Out has those funny moments, you know, like I would have voted for Obama a third time if I could and shit like that. But it's that funny. Satirical, it's that satirical sort of, you know, poking fun at the good liberals, and that's funny stuff. But you know, it's not as casual as some of the comedy that's thrown in here. There's some incredible comedic beats in this movie, man.
I told you he was gonna bring a mechanical tower or whatever, you know, and then just boom.
Didn't I tell you he was gonna bring a non-electrical camera? And then the fucking 5 fucking high fives. I love it. I love it.
Yeah, I mean, sad, like kind of. I wonder how much time passes in between their father passing away and them just kind of continuing on, because seems, like it seems initially at first that it's pretty like right after, like I don't know, like because they Emerald says like, you know, you haven't even wanted to check out what's in the liquor cabinet, or like, you know, and then they, you know, he's like, oh, what about that?
You don't even want to see what's good with Dad's liquor cabinet, huh? Yeah, I fucking love it. I love it.
Maybe they've just waited a while.
I got that hobby weed.
Yeah, like that's
all honestly, you had to say then.
Right after that, whenever they're drunk and high there, like I love that scene was so much better on this one. Like I don't know, OJ like talking about the legacy like of their family and just like we can't let that down. You know, we have to keep it going. Like we have to just execute, which is like his father, like what he says right before he dies is like, we have everything set up. We have everything we need. All we have to do is just execute and just do. And then like I feel like that's kind of what OJ just he's in that. I don't know. He gets another really good emotional, like one of the only times he is emotional in the movie is there. And he kind of, I don't know if he does tear up, but he just kind of is, he has like a lip twitch, I feel like at the very end where he almost breaks, but he kind of still doesn't. So it's like,
he doesn't let himself. Yeah. And that's like Daniel Kaluuya. If he's in a movie, there's a really good chance he's going to get the performance. Like that's just how good of an actor he is. And you know, acting across from Keke Palmer, they have incredible chemistry, as like with some of the best sibling chemistry I've ever seen. Frankly, I think they're hysterical. I love the introduction to Brandon Perea. I'd never seen him in anything before, and now I've only seen him in Twisters. Aside from this, he's fucking funny. I like him a lot. And then obviously the gentleman who plays Antler Holst, or I think that his fucking voice is
Purple
incredible.
People Eater.
Yeah, Michael Wincott. I'd only ever seen him in Basquiat when he plays an actually quite flamboyant gay man, so he doesn't sound anything like this.
Oh wow! I just kind of thought this was his natural voice. They're like, yeah, we need you for this role.
It might be, but like that was also like 30 years prior, so you know a voice can definitely go down quite a bit in 30 years. But
yeah,
he was a one-eyed, one-horned, flying purple people eater.
He's, you know, like Emerald is, it's either Emerald or OJ for the character, but at least this time I got the most fun out of Antlers. Antlers for one, a name. I don't know, and he's just the he's just the cinematographer. He loves film. His desk is fucking sick. You know, just loading up some film, watching it. I feel like, I wonder if there is someone out there, like if Nolan or someone who's just super obsessed with film has something like this out there. But I loved he's just so mysterious for no reason. Like he's even on the set where they're filming at the beginning, he's just like, just sitting back, you know, they're outside leaving and he's just sitting in the director's chair, just kind of like, just, I don't know, just pondering. The dude is just, I love just, and the lines he delivers of just like, you're about to witness a spectacle, or just, I don't know, something like just out of nowhere.
He just said some really cryptic shit and walked away. Yeah, no, I love it, man. I love it. And he's I love the portrayal of the like anything for the shot. The art. There's a lot of great commentary on filmmaking and the film industry in this movie, which I think is why it was generally shunned kind of by the Academy whenever the awards came around that year. I mean, we literally have a giant machine that chews people up and spits them out, and you got this commentary at the beginning where it's like, I bet you don't remember his name, and I bet you know, like, you know the man who shot the pictures, but you don't remember the man that was in them, and all that good stuff. Like, it's there's something to the idea that even, like, we obviously end on a really triumphant note, and I don't always like to think of what comes next, but I don't think the money, fame, and fortune that they were hoping for as a result of this ever comes their way. I think that it's going to be the opposite of what happened to their great granddad, where they won't remember the people who took the pictures, but they'll remember what's in it, you know.
Yep, the news is right there. You know, they're right outside and ready to film and do everything, and I think it's just they kind of take over from there. They've done the job.
And also, I think the objective changes whenever it turns into the giant fucking Evangelion fucking monster kaiju. Whenever that happens, it's kind of like, okay, well, we just need to kill this fucking thing then, huh? It's gonna fuck you up. It's gonna fuck you up.
Like I think it's like, oh well, are we even going to live through this? Who knows?
True.
And then I mean, because they didn't even know it was a creature to begin with. You know, that it was alive. They just thought, okay, it's just a UFO or a cloud or something weird, some alien. Let's see what they do whenever they get out of their ship, and it's like, oh no, the thing is the ship, and yeah, that's, I don't know, I was thinking if there's any other creature in any other movie that that kind of stands up to this, and I don't think I can do it. I don't, like, in the way that it's shot too, in the way that it is the spectacle,
the scale of it is the movie, incredible, dude. The only thing that I can ever, and I think that the mystique of it really adds to it, you know, like we never get an explanation for how it came to be. We never get an explanation of what it actually is. We just know it is alive. You know, like, that's cool. You know, whenever you have something like Godzilla, like, I can wrap my head around a giant lizard. You know what I'm saying? Like, those are giant, like, that's something, like, the spectacle, the scale, all that can be applied there, but it doesn't possess the mystique that Jean Jacket has. Like, when I look at Jean Jacket, I'm like, what the fuck are you? And then I watch the whole movie, and I still don't know what the fuck it is. Nope. And I think that really adds to it, you know? Because you're right. I can't really think of something that, you know, like Starro in the Suicide Squad obviously doesn't possess nearly the weight that something like this does. But it's a giant starfish. I can wrap my mind around a giant starfish. I think just kind of like the vision of this anime-esque bizarro spectacle and bringing that to the screen, it's just a really, really great idea. Because there's nothing we can really equate it to.
Like Akira. At the end, we do see an Akira slide, but I mean I mean, kind of a crazy kind of animation spectacle with that creature, whatever that was. But I feel like this, like, the way that it is just the disc at first, and you have no idea that it can even unfold at all. And then whenever it starts to slowly come apart, it's still, like, obscured. It's still, like, behind the shed, or, like, you can't see it fully, and also you can't look at it. That's the whole, I don't know, you can't make eye contact with it. So I feel like the camera at first isn't making eye contact with it either.
Yeah.
But then once it's just fully revealed, and you get that, you know, eyes on me, and
dude,
like, the cube, whatever the fuck is in there, like, oh man.
Well, and not to mention that is literally what the credits are displayed on at the beginning. Going back to the whole chews you up and spits you out thing, like, it looks like a TV. It fades into it fades back into the original Sally Gardner at a gallop clip, which is iconic, dude. Of course, but.
I didn't think of the larger Hollywood kind of like spitting you out in stuff at large. The more connections I was making this time were like of just how things have to be captured in film, or like the digital is just not fully there. And like even when they had a shot of like the cloud and it was just digital on a camera and it like irrefutable proof of something, it's like, no, they all knew they didn't have it. Like it's just not there. But like even while, like, before, I don't know, the film could have been fucked up or something could have happened, but like Antlers knew they had, like, it was gold. Like, they were doing it during golden hour as well. You know, it was like perfect conditions, and like
Yeah.
everything was just going
The
perfectly.
light
And
will
like,
be magic soon.
and that's the only part of the movie that's kind of like weird to me, is his just sacrifice for the final shot that he gets. And I guess, you know, he maybe he also is taking pills and stuff like that. So I think like maybe he just knows his life is nearing the end, and this is just the best way for him possibly to go out. And I mean, yeah, I
think
know.
it's more making a point about this specific artist's desire to get the shot by any means necessary. Like he's not a director. He's not he's a cinematographer. He captures images on film. That is what he wants to do. And I don't think it matters who sees it if that is your passion. You know, I think that if he is contented with the idea, like, and I think that again, going back to the point I was making a little bit ago, is that there are people who dedicate their lives to this business, who sell their souls to this business essentially, and even they will get chewed up and spit out. Like it's a mean industry, you know, like very few make it out. I mean, nobody enters Hollywood, and you know, like you never hear, I don't know, like people obviously make it to the end of their lives naturally and have, you know, great stories to tell and everything, but fame and fortune always comes with its, you know, pitfalls.
Yeah, maybe that's the, like, don't look fame and fortune too closely in the eye, you know, like don't have it be your only focus, or else it'll just kind of destroy you. It'll just, no matter what, even if you reach it, you know, it's, I don't know, you have all that money, you feel like you've made it, and then you realize like, oh wait, like I've just destroyed like years of my life, like a whole time period of my life is gone, and I have what I thought I wanted, and now I'm here and I'm not happy still. And it's like, I mean, man, I didn't think of the larger kind of, just, I don't know, actors in Hollywood, and just I don't know, the uncredited. Yeah, like it is in the awards, it's always given to, you know, the studios, or the top people who are making the movie.
Like,
yeah.
and that, like, and then Jupiter is obviously another side of this, where when he was younger and he was on, you know, Gordy's home or whatever, and the monkey loses his mind and, you know, does what monkeys do.
Yep.
You know, like, it's just, he aims to do that again. He aims to wrangle a predator. He aims to wrangle something that can't be wrangled. And he exploits it, you know, which I think is, I don't know. I really love Stephen Yeun in that role too. I think that he's, I love when he goes off on this SNL thing, because it's great. Because one thing that's never occurred to me, that I can't believe has never occurred to me, is that this SNL skit doesn't exist. Because it exists in this world, but doesn't exist in our world, because Gordy's home didn't fucking happen in our world. So like the way he's like describing, because he's going off, he's rattling off incredible legendary cast members from the 90s SNL, and, you know, Chris Kattan, he's fucking Kattan, you know. And I just love that that's a little moment where Jordan Peele gets to be like, and I fucking loved these guys. Like, it's a little bit of a homage to that era of SNL and SNL generally, because pretty formative for a lot of people. But I can definitely see how somebody who came up doing sketch comedy like Jordan Peele would love SNL and that era of SNL specifically. And, you know, Kattan, he's fucking Kattan. I love that part. And he plays that. Yeah, I'm gonna have to look that one up, you know, because of the details. But
I'm gonna look that on YouTube. Yeah, I mean
yeah.
I mean, it is his idea. I think his logic is sound, that it is like a train wreck that people can't look away from, you know, and like it's gonna have to be filmed. People are gonna want to watch it, but like, this is just a different level. This isn't a monkey, dude. You were like feeding horses multiple at a time, and then like, I mean, like OJ, I feel like it's just the smarter wrangler, the smarter farmer here. He's like, yeah, just some creatures can't be tamed. You know, they knew with what was the old horse's name? I don't think it was Lucky. I think it was an older horse, maybe, or it might be Lucky.
Jacket.
Oh, what? Oh, duh. Hello. Jean Jacket has just become the creature, I guess, to me whenever I think of Jean Jacket.
Yeah, right.
But I gotta, of course, it came from from the horse that
it
couldn't
comes
be
from
tamed.
the
Hello.
horse that couldn't be tamed. Yeah.
But the like the I don't know, he knows that, you know, this is obviously just a creature that we cannot tame. I don't know, that is just something you gotta respect or kill. Like, do you think this was even part of the original plan to let the inflatable, you know, cowboy go up there? Or do you think this was kind of an audible,
not
like
at
kind of,
all.
yeah, just like a
100% on the fly decision here,
Yeah.
which is why like all the metaphor stuff kind of goes out the window in the last couple minutes. Like that's when, like, then it's just a fucking monster movie. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yep.
that's when things start to become just like now we're in it for the entertainment spectacle, which I think is an awesome decision. But yeah, I don't think they obviously never intended to kill it. You know, like they were like, this, it's not our place. You know, like we gotta get this thing on film. That thing feels like it's being exploited, and whenever it lashes out, it comes for them personally.
Yeah.
You know, and I like that they display it as an animal still. Like it has instincts. It doesn't have logic. You know, like it's not like it's one of them looks at it and it's like, yep, I'm gonna look at that motherfucker, and then the other looks at it and it's like, oh shit, now that person's looking at me. You know, like it doesn't think, it just does. And I think that that's really, really cool too, is that it's never depicted as a higher intelligence. It's just depicted as almost a
pure
machine,
base instinct. Yeah, just I mean, it
Yeah.
is just nothing else. And the cool like
It's an
electrical effects and stuff it has, of like, it just turns every single thing of
That's so
technology
sick.
off unless it's mechanical. And like, and then it works in the opposite direction, you know, of like it powers the bike kind of, well, I guess it didn't really power the bike back up or like extra boost it up. But I love the TMZ dude just coming in, you know, and just hitting that wall and just bosh. I mean, that would I don't know. Yeah, that's just rough. But I mean, one of the worst. I'm not really claustrophobic or usually, but like this just sucks. The way that you go if you get eaten by this by Jean Jacket is just no. Like in the whenever you sit with that, you hear the people in there and like the camera's going up and just they're slowly just being just move. Yeah, it's just no.
That's good stuff, man. That's good stuff.
Yeah.
I saw the first time I watched this, and shout out to Letterboxd for me being able to track this. I saw this for the first time on August 1st, 2022. And it was in an IMAX theater by myself. And it was fucking electric, dude. It was all-time theater experience right there. And that was one of those parts that, like, the sound design on this movie will never hit at home the way it would hit in an IMAX movie theater. Like the screams and stuff are like all around you, and they're like swirling because the ship is swirling and stuff. Like it's it's fucking good. It's, or not ship, the creature is swirling. And it's fucking awesome, dude.
Yeah, that's no
another one of those, like the one of the cool connections that I absolutely love. And that I don't know when I made the connection. Like I said, it's like my fifth watch or something. But the masks that the kids wear, like their alien masks,
yeah,
look the exact same as the cameras on set of Gordy's home.
Yeah,
that's
very
fucking sick.
I mean, for one, it just really looks like an alien too. Like I don't know if like,
oh yeah,
but those are the real, like that's what the real cameras looked like. You know, I've just never seen them or thought of them as like an alien face before. But yeah, like every time I look at them now, it's like, yeah, that's just an alien's face there. I don't like, it's just kind of it's so weird and eerie. And whenever you're first watching the movie, like the first time that scene pops up, you're like, oh shit, here we go. You're like, oh, here we go. We're meeting them. And
that was when I watched it for the first time in that theater alone. And it was that dark ass room, that dark ass scene, and then you just faintly see something move. I was like, I'm like looking down the aisles both ways, you know, like I'm like, no, nope. Yeah, it's
and then OJ commits little child abuse. You know, he didn't know it though. He had no clue.
No.
You know, I think
he just swung on an alien as far as he was concerned.
This completely I mean, I'm not not for child abuse. Never. I think, but this is the one situation in which I think
you're paranoid about aliens, and then you see motherfuckers dressed as aliens, and one of them's right next to you. What are you gonna do? Not fuck it up?
Yeah.
I don't know, bro.
I mean, yeah, the kid had a helmet on too, basically. He got punched in the mask.
The kid was just fine too. Like he popped up and was like, fuck, hey, let's go.
That's right. And they did say, don't fuck with Junie's farm, or like, don't fuck with Junie or whatever. So yeah, they even
don't fuck with Jupiter's claim.
Yeah. So that's, I mean, yeah, they did their job. The prank war. Well, you stole their horse display or whatever they call it. And it's like, yeah, damn, you're right. Yeah, I did do that. But I mean, hey, I love all the little like slowly figuring out Jean Jackie. Like it doesn't like the just all the flags or whatever, and then how they just have them trailing, and then I don't know if that was planned at all again, but before Emerald does the Kira slide, she just goes through the caution tapes and just like a perfect like, oh, well, Jean Jacket won't eat her now. She has those like caution, the things just flying on her, just like the flags. And it's like, I don't know, just it seemed that they were just the pro.
It's gonna fuck you up.
Yeah. Like this was just, I don't know. They knew completely what they were doing. They understood their I guess it's not
predator.
there's the word. I was thinking prey, and it's like, no, they were kind of the
they are the prey. Like they just happen to, they're the underdogs. And that's what's also awesome is that it's an underdog story too, kind of just baked in, which is always fun. But and the amount of eyes in this movie that you see at various points, just kind of like when she turns on the music. For one of the times she does a needle drop, one of the album covers that's right behind her is like you can barely see it over the record player, has two eyes just peering at the music. It's really, really strong. Like, and the Panavision cameras having the two dots like eyes, and the masks obviously with the two eyes, and just all over the place, just eyes everywhere.
At first it didn't like dawn on me. I thought the little flappy I don't know what inflatable boys like were just to see like where it was, because whenever the power shut down, they knew it was around. But then I didn't realize that like, oh yeah, no, they're like looking straight at him too. Like it's almost like to confuse it. Maybe they have the eyes on them too, and they don't want to eat those. And I think that's why. Like, is that why OJ is wearing just a pure orange? Is he like trying to appear as one of them? Like, is that like a disguise almost? Is that he has the eyes on the back of his hood so that he can just have it chase him? I feel like,
right.
But I feel like if he falls on the ground, is it just he'll just kind of play dead and act like one of the fucking like inflatable things and hope he just doesn't get sucked up? But
I don't know. I don't know if there's a significance to him wearing the orange, like the brightly colored thing.
His name is OJ.
Maybe there is. Maybe
it's as simple as
that's true.
Just being orange. I don't know.
But Otis Jr. Yeah.
I feel. I don't know. Maybe it was just
is OJ.
Yeah. A last. Yeah. Oh yeah. That. Yeah. They didn't really. That was I don't know, seeing those people and how film crew, like I'm assuming this is kind of how film sets are, and like just very judgmental, very like, yep, let's just get through this shit, and like
especially
whatever.
like a commercial that's like everybody's phoning it in a little bit, But the guy who's like I'm guessing the one who like introduces him and is like, where's the other guy? And he's like, Otis Sr. died a few months back. The guy who like introduces the actress and is like, okay, fuck, all right, and then he's like, all right, everybody gather around, safety. That's Osgood Perkins, who directed Longlegs earlier this year,
really,
or last year. Yeah, that's his dad was Anthony Perkins, the guy who starred in Psycho.
Shit. Okay, so like, some horror nods all through and through here.
Legacy too, a legacy also, which I think might be a little bit of a not a fourth wall break, but a little bit of a meta connection you can make there. Is that the son of a horror icon is in this movie, and but
and Keith, the dad of OJ and Emerald, is being Keith David too. I guess I haven't seen them yet. Well, I've seen the thing.
Keith David.
I think. A while ago, but not in a while. But Armageddon, one that I'm really, I don't know if it's purely horror, I guess, but I think it gets pretty crazy at the end. I think it's maybe more sci-fi, but The Thing, I feel like being just kind of, let's bring in some I feel like I don't know, that's a pretty classic
Right,
horror movie
yeah.
there, and just bring
Yeah.
him as the dad, you know, is
And it's an
pretty cool.
alien monster and all that
Huh?
stuff. Yeah, it's
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I
yeah,
wonder.
good
I don't
stuff.
know. Jordan. I don't know. Jordan Peele just. I feel like him and Daniel Kaluuya, like that's just a tag or a match made in heaven, and like
Mm, yeah.
it's they're both great on their own, but I feel like they kind of get each other at like just doing movies together, and I hope they just stick together for
Keep
as
doing it.
long as
Yeah.
possible,
Keep
and yeah,
doing it. Keep
just
doing it. Yeah.
and I think it's tough to claim best horror director or anything like that being so new, but I mean, like I can at least confidently say he's at least my favorite because I haven't just watched a lot of like the old, and I haven't dove in deeply into
Mhm.
to watching many or
Specific
multiples of
creatives.
yeah.
Yeah, I get you. I
But
get you.
like
Yeah,
he's
because we referenced The Thing a second ago, and John Carpenter
mm,
is, he did Halloween, he did
mm-hmm.
The Thing, countless other horror movies. Definitely a legend. And he's typically who, like, whenever Jordan Peele was expressly like, you're someone was like, you're the greatest horror director of all time, he was like,
Mm-hmm.
not while John Carpenter exists.
No.
Like, that's typically who Jordan Peele
Mm-hmm.
even acknowledges as the greatest horror director ever.
Okay.
Um,
I'll trust his opinion on that one. I feel.
oh,
I
John
mean, yeah,
Carpenter's the
and
shit too. Assault on Precinct 13, The
mm,
Fog. He's got some fucking good stuff under his belt.
mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't
But
know.
yeah.
At least he's his record, Jordan Peele though. I don't think it's kind of like a Patrick Mahomes situation where it's like, well, he might be if he just keeps this pace going. It's just
Yeah,
you gotta
right.
just
Yeah,
you're like you're
I'm
kind
with
of
you there. I'm
hmm
with you.
it's
That's a
like we
great
can't really
fucking
call you yet, like because Tom Brady still exists and he has just those
Yeah, and
bangers and
he
bangers.
won 7. He made it to
Mm-hmm.
10. Like that's a lot. That's
Mm-hmm. So
that's a
just
lot.
keep it up, and you'll. I mean, it's kind of like if he does keep this pace up, like I mean, I think it's just kind of
Yeah,
a
he's on
different.
a great path.
Yeah, it's a different era conversation too. If he truly does, make more like hits than Carpenter at some point. It's like, well,
Hmm.
Carpenter, that was just a different movie era of movies, and like is it
It's
really,
true.
can you compare them? It's maybe a Jordan and LeBron type debate then at that point. But then no, I
Right.
think
Yeah.
I think right now, I mean, yeah, he's just one of my favorites, kind of doing it in his story, like him just hearing him talk about the movie and like how he thinks of things, and like how he says that comedy has helped him, like just knowing how to make someone laugh, kind of in a strange way translates into knowing how to scare someone, and just kind of,
Well, there's a lot of timing involved.
mm-hmm,
Like just kind of knowing
yeah,
when to do the right thing is. I mean, when it comes to like I just think that like the blend that this was the funniest I've ever found the movie to be. Also, this most recent
mm-hmm,
watch, like I was like, I'd realized it was funny. There are parts that make me laugh, but I didn't realize it was like there's something funny in almost every fucking scene. Like almost
mm-hmm,
every scene, there's at least one line that is supposed to be supposed to get a laugh, and it typically does, man. Like there's so many great moments, and there's so many of those foreboding, suspenseful moments that Jordan Peele loves to use. He's famously talked about it's scarier to imagine what's behind the door than seeing what's behind the
mm-hmm,
door, et cetera, et cetera. But one of my favorite lines of dialogue in any movie, frankly, and this is crazy, but like it just is. Every time I
mm-hmm,
hear it delivered, it was the trailer line. It was like it's the first line of the trailer for this movie, and I was like, yeah, I want to see that.
mm.
Um, what's a bad miracle? I
Oh,
love that.
come
I
on,
don't.
like,
I don't think that and that creates the question, that creates the suspense.
mm,
Like that line alone has you thinking, oh God, what is like? I've never thought of a miracle as bad, and like it is a miracle, and it's dangerous and it's awful, and what is a bad miracle? That's a fucking
mm-hmm,
brilliant line of dialogue,
oh,
and Kaluuya's delivery of it is as memorable of a line delivery as anything I've ever heard, and it's always stuck with me ever since I heard it for the first time. Though, what's a bad miracle?
yeah, and I
And them
mean,
sitting
just
out on the porch looking at the sky and stuff like, God, it's
fuck.
good. It's good.
And like what, I don't know. I feel like we actually don't have a good word for that.
No, we
Like
don't. Yeah.
is it still a miracle? Like is it kind of like a consequence that can be good or bad? Is just a miracle the same way where it can be, seen as good or bad? Or I don't know. I feel like their miracle. I feel like has a very very positive connotation.
Positive
yeah,
connotation,
very, and like
typically.
it's. But I don't know. I wonder. There doesn't really seem to be a word at all that does fit for that, and it's just I don't know. It's just that feeling or that just doom.
Yeah.
I think that's what maybe Emerald even says. It's just like doom, maybe, or just like it's just kind of what it feels like. Is that it's just impending or just you don't know. It's like it is kind of the unknown. Like OJ saw just a very
Hmm.
brief glimpse, and off of that, he's like, I don't know what to think anymore. He's like, I've just been
Well,
a
and that's
farmer,
another
and
reason I love the relationship between Emerald and OJ is she immediately
mm,
believes him. You know,
yeah,
she doesn't
yeah,
even question it. She's just kind of like, well, you are
mm-hmm,
the most steadfast person I've
yep.
ever met. And if you think you saw something, you fucking saw something, you know? Like, and that's
hmm.
immediately they go to the, fries or whatever and set up all their shit. But I love it, man. And I think that they get each other, obviously on some level, even if they have their differences, quite a few
Hmm.
differences. But she looked like she got a big house. I don't know. I love it. I love it, man. It's
Nobody fucks with Haywood. Nobody. And I love how
yeah.
she even stumbles on. She's like so excited and so like
She's out
just
of
filled
breath.
with that.
It's
Yeah, she's
so good.
oh
Yeah.
man, like in just the moment too of
Nobody
just
fucks with Haywood, bitch. Yeah, and
the
she's like
cowboy music
running out of
started.
breath.
It's
God.
like
Oh.
and then you got OJ appearing through
Yeah,
the smoke.
dude.
I was like, oh
Out
my god,
yonder.
come
Yes,
on,
dude. That's
come
so
on.
slick, bro. It's
And
so
but they
good.
both had their moment. Like OJ doesn't
Oh yeah.
want, he like that's what he wanted to be kind of the stunt man or like the to do the to just make it possible. And then
Mhm.
Emerald wanted to kind be the cinematographer, kind of to be the one that took the shot. And I guess they still have the undeveloped film that they were filming too, like that is over there that I always like
Yeah,
forget
they
about.
do.
And
Yeah,
and
they do have that.
and that like
The stuff
that's
that Antlers Holst was originally filming prior
mhm,
to taking his little mini camera and
yeah.
walking away.
And his mini camera is spit out again. So if I guess what he
Yeah,
already
they
what
could
he
still be
already
there.
shot of getting sucked in, I don't it turned white pretty quickly. Because he's being sucked up into an alien and about to be eaten. So like I don't think we saw the inside at all or of like him actually getting in there. But
True.
he's the seconds leading up to that had to have been fucking insane. I mean, that is the shot. I mean, he did really if he's going to go out for a shot, I think that's the shot of his career. And I don't know. I love the idea that maybe they don't even put that footage out. Like it is they just hold on to it. Like they don't. It isn't about the fame anymore. It is just like holy like we went through
Look at what
that
we done
sort. Like
did.
yeah, like
Yeah, yeah.
that's us. But I mean, maybe they do make a name for themselves with that film, somehow. And
I
like,
think they would
but
with the that's why I'm like I don't think that the last little shot is gonna ever see the light of
mm-hmm,
day, but I do think that the other stuff probably
mm-hmm.
will.
Oh,
But yeah, I mean, regardless, like the end is just so fucking electric, man. It just puts a fucking smile on my face. The motorcycles, anything, hit me up. If you just need somebody to make a grilled cheese, I'm there. Like, and then
uh,
she gets to ride the motorcycle at the
boom.
end away. Like that's sick. A lot of great little foreshadowing. Sorry, photobomb, all that stuff.
Uh-huh.
It's
Perfect. Yeah.
good. It's
Perfect way to
good.
set that up at the end. Like it would have been really weird if at the end she's like, "Oh, there's this well that takes a picture straight up," and like, but a perfect way to just to have it introduced kind of earlier on with a little photo
Yeah.
bomb
No, great idea. Great
and
idea,
yeah,
dude.
I don't know, and just the mysteries that are just kind of like whenever Gordo's disaster happens, that shoe just standing straight up, and like
So
and
cool.
and yeah, like he keeps it in that case like perfectly like it was, and it's like it's just kind of that it's just an anomaly, it's just creepy. It's just they didn't need to put that in there at all. It's already disastrous. It's all like already
Hmm.
completely off the rails, but then it's
But then
just
that again creates that sort of what's going on here,
yeah,
like that
did
sort of that suspense, that unknown. It's so
like
good.
what does that mean? Is it just a funny coincidence that a shoe just happened to land like that, or is it like a like is that jean jacket somehow
No,
altering like
um,
yeah, like that's what
no,
I
it's definitely. I think that they're making a point. Like, I think when it comes to Jupe's character, it's definitely one of the more interesting and complicated characters in the movie because he takes the completely wrong lessons from what
mm-hmm.
happened on Gordy's
Yeah,
Gordy's,
Yeah.
and it's because he never deals with it. I don't like. I think that's part of the point is that he never actually, like
He
that's an
never
obviously
leaves the
very
moment.
traumatic experience.
Yeah.
Yeah, like he never leaves that. So I think that just the shoe standing straight up like that, the fact that he has it preserved is the more important fact than the fact that it did that at all. I think it's like it's a reminder. I it's tough to wrap my head around why he would hold on to something like that.
Mm-hmm. I feel it was the only thing comfortable about the situation because after he sees like someone get their face smashed in and all the everyone's dead, he at least like he smiles and kind of laughs at the shoe like for a second. He's like, that's just kind of funny, that's out of place, that's weird, and then he's immediately back into scare mode or whatever. But I think like because it was in the line of sight of right where Gordo comes up to him, and like if he wasn't, he was stuck froze like kind of just looking forward, and I feel like that was the only thing he could really focus on because
yeah, he fixated on it. Yeah, like if there's through all of it, that's what he's going to fixate on. But even so, if through all of that you are fixating on that thing, why would you want to keep that thing? I don't know. Like that's
why I feel like there's because he he's a big into UFO, like he knows Jean Jacket at least exists eventually because he's feeding it, but like he does have other disaster like things in that room too, like the Challenger explosion was on there, like a little section dedicated to that blowing up. So I think he was more just obsessed with disasters caught on film. Like he just like wants the ultimate train wreck, just like capture, but not on film, I guess, just kind of in itself. He just wants the show.
He has
like,
he has extremely morbid curiosities. Yeah.
And I guess that's why I thought there might be some Jean Jacket, like just because it's standing straight, like it feels like there's some gravity shit going on. But then it like because the monkey just goes crazy just because the balloons pop. But then are the balloons popping? Why are the balloons even popping? Like is that because of like I just didn't know if somehow like Jean Jacket, he does make animals go crazy, like he does make them go crazy. Like all the horses run mad and they just act differently. So I was wondering if this is what a monkey would do, is just kind of go to its primal instincts and just kill and just kind of go crazy. Because after the last balloon pops, like he kind of, before the person shoots the monkey in the head, like he's acting funny again. He's acting like ooh, just
Yeah,
like
down.
a set monkey. And he's like even like to the crowd, like I feel like he fully reset, and like he was just like, oh, I'm just Gordo again. I'm gonna give you a knuckle bump, like something we normally do in the show, or I don't know, or like it felt like different this time, like there was some sort of connection, but I don't know how. Like then they never dive into that, but they just say that there were multiple other accidents that occurred, like and I think OJ was like, yeah, this is why no one films with chimpanzees anymore, is because of this.
Yeah, that's one of the reasons.
And I guess the horse kind of being on set, freaking out, it wasn't because of Jean Jacket, I guess. It was just the ball and the reflection. So, yeah, maybe it is just purely like just animals are unpredictable, I think maybe is
yeah, well, and
real.
I think that they might be drawing I think that there's a chance that Jupiter was enlivened with a confidence that he's capable in some way of wrangling animals, because Gordy didn't react the same way to him as he did to everybody else. So maybe that's why he has the confidence to do this with Jean Jacket.
Yeah, he does say he's like chosen because he's the one that Jean Jacket listens to and comes to eat and stuff. So like oh dude, yeah, because I guess that's kind of the whole point of Gordo, is like you're putting a wild animal in a TV set and trying just to capture film for whatever, for no no greater purpose other than entertainment and or to get famous and make money. And then so that doesn't go well. And then the horse commercial, it's just a horse on even a less of a spectacle. It's just a commercial that's probably not even going to be that good. But the horse goes crazy and could have killed, no one died, but like someone could have died, I guess. But I feel like it's just every time you try to do like just to wrangle an animal or exploit an animal is it just goes bad because and I don't know, I'm trying to think if they're like trying to connect, like those are the current workers in Hollywood, like they're treated like animals, but I don't think that's it at all. I don't think it's like that they're seen as animals or anything like that. I feel like it is just this weird byproduct of like, yeah, you're trying to train a wild animal, and it's not gonna go well. But yeah, I don't just it's standing straight up. That's the only like it could. It's just I don't know. It is just weird and eerie,
Well, and
and
I
it's a
think
horror
that
movie.
I think that's one of the things. I don't know that it's supposed to evoke anything more than a question.
Mm.
What's a bad miracle?
Okay.
Amidst all of
Yeah,
this,
yeah.
it's like, why? Like it's obviously not as massive as what you'd think a miracle is, but like it's a rounded edge point balancing
Mm-hmm.
straight up perfectly in the midst of chaos. Like, I don't know. Maybe I think it is more there to pose a question than it is to provide an answer of any
Mm.
sort.
Oh
Like it's supposed to
shit.
make you wonder more than it is supposed to give you answers.
Wait, I didn't. I guess I didn't think of the cameras that are there. Are they fully mechanical? At that point in time, they're yeah, it's a film cam. Like those are
Yeah.
film cameras too. I don't know. I wonder if the power goes out at all, and like the lights and things like that go down or something. I haven't even thought about that, or if other things are powered down, but the
Right.
film was the only thing kept rolling, and that's why it was kept. And I don't know. They had to because they did say the film survived, and people like obsessed over it and wanted to see it. Um,
Right. Right.
so, but yeah, I don't know. I don't. It just feels like there's some weird jean jacket connection there, and like that this is animals. They might be like that. Gordo could have been well trained and never do that, but then I don't know. It is just balloons popping off. I don't think Jean Jacket just came over and then made these balloons pop knowing that it's going to freak the monkey out.
Yeah.
But, oh, that's what it was. Thank God that it came to me. The praying mantis on the camera. That is like,
Yeah. Yeah.
Jean
Yeah.
Jacket is controlling that praying mantis. Like, dude had like control over that, I feel like. Like, it is like, like it was like that was the most sentient thing of Jean Jacket, I think, was like right he covers the one camera, the other camera's the only like he knows the other camera's going to be shut down, but this one's going to be on, and there's nothing that he can do to turn it off. And so like there's a bug over it, and then it perfectly leaves right after everything's over, and like it just flies away. And like it felt that was the most kind of, it could be coincidence because it is just a bug, and it is just a praying mantis, but it was like
Yeah. Can't.
it I don't know, it felt sentient
No. Yeah.
somehow.
It feels like that's a jean jacket's like, whoa, it can control the bug. Da, da, da. But like that's, I don't know. I think that it's. I don't know. I don't buy into the idea that it can control the cricket or grasshopper or praying mantis. I think is what it was. Praying
Mm-hmm.
mantis, right? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I don't fully buy it because I think it lends more to the idea that they can't control it. Like they can't. I don't know. I've never really, because I think that if it had the ability to control things like that, it would have done it more than blocking a camera.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah. Well, I mean, maybe it's a prank. Like it is just a mind that it can actually like do something.
right.
It is like a monkey even is too much. Like I don't know, the Gordo thing. I'm definitely not thinking that much anymore. But like this one, I don't know. It like the timing of it. Like maybe it is just funny. It is just like for a comedic beat of it leaving perfectly, right whenever Jean Jacket leaves. But like it crawled on it perfectly whenever the other camera shut down, and then left
Mm,
immediately after Jean Jacket leaves. And it's like,
right.
I don't know. Like if you can control gravity in this weird way and obviously fly, like it can create vortexes out of nowhere. I feel like it's just like a harbinger of like just it could control chaos is like my
Mm,
great, like if you had to sum up Jean Jacket's powers, is just like it can harness chaos.
right.
But I don't know. There was the one, like I don't think of it as sentient, really. It is just more of a computer, more of a like if something looks at me, I must be territorial and I must, just go for them. And it doesn't feel like it has it's like it's not personal. Nothing's really personal. At least it's only made personal through Emerald and OJ. Like they kind
Right.
of feel like it's personal to them, but I think Jean Jacket's still just like whoever looks at me, I must attack or I must go eat. That's
Right.
kind of its only programming.
I
But
do think I think that like it becomes personal
you
for
think?
Jean Jacket at the end. Well, just through the unfurling, like that's if we're going off the idea that it's an
Yeah.
animal, which it is, that's an intimidation tactic that it
Mm-hmm.
doesn't resort to until these two are explicitly pissing it off.
Yeah.
Now
Well, I
maybe
mean,
it's not because it's OJ and because it's Emerald,
mm-hmm.
but like it wants to kill them, you know.
It's almost like it doesn't want to kill people. Like it's like all you have to do is not look at it, and it's like that's the only thing. If you don't, then it's like it only wants to scare the ever living shit out of you. Like it's like it just
Mm,
need, and it's that's the whole point of it opening up. Is like how can you not look at that? Like how it's the most impossible thing not to look at. Like it's
that's
like a
true. It
like
wants
a
it wants to
mm-hmm.
eat, so
Yeah,
it's like look at me.
but it can't.
That's
Like
fair.
even though it easily can just eat everyone if it wants. Like if even if they're not looking at them, but it chooses not to. Like it's like it is that much of a computer. It feels like it's like
Mm-hmm.
that's why there's some. It feels like there's a higher thinking or something going on because like it feels like it doesn't want to kill. Like it wants to be wrangled almost like it wants to find someone who it like understands it or like and the like I feel like it opening its mouth or like the cube and just like all that is it's just like a peacock, like unfolding
Mm-hmm.
its wing. I was about to say wings, feathers.
Feathers.
Yeah, and like and just looking pretty. How can you not look at that? And
Right.
and
Right.
and so, but I don't know. There's this strange feeling of that it doesn't actually want to kill. That it's just it has to eat, and it knows that, and it knows that I don't know. It already in its base form, it's already impossible to not look at. Just two ovals with a black void. It's like that's already unbelievable. And then it's like, okay, that's not working. On to phase two, like these people are the first to ever piss Jean Jacket off. Like everyone else has just looked at it, got sucked up and eaten. And then it goes and burps out its, everything else. So I think it was just kind of,
Right. Yeah,
this
I
is
wonder.
the,
I've never really thought about how long jean jackets existed prior to this.
hmm I feel like it feels ain't like that's why I feel like the animal thing that they're trying to do something there, that there has been a deeper history of like weird events that are unexplainable, and like they said like yeah, one farmer or something, like it was due to a flood or some weird weather phenomenon, and like they were like yeah, that never, or no, that was just their own father's death. They said like yeah, it was just some, and OJ was like that didn't sit right with me. So I guess that's not a previous example, but like it feels.
Right, but the way that the way that his father died was because it
Mhm.
dropped a bunch of people's
Mhm.
shit on him. You know,
Yeah.
that's why I'm like, so like it had to have swallowed up people prior to spitting all that out, which is why I'm like, I don't think that happened. I don't like it couldn't
Mhm.
have happened here. You know, like I feel like that was its arrival here, kind of.
Oh,
Um,
I think that might have been it. Like a bunch of people went missing and it was unknown, like before the show where, we see the people go missing. I think there was
mm,
some people went missing and it was unexplainable or something like, but it was in a different state, I think, or like something not even remotely
yeah, I
close to
don't
the
remember that.
area. And
I
then
don't remember
maybe,
that.
I mean,
That's
yeah, I guess because whenever it spits out and kills their father, like that, at least that's at least its first meal on Earth. Like that it could have been many
yeah.
more before that, and it's, I guess, yeah, just still unknown. Like they never even try to
Yeah, it's spitting
explain
out
or
keys
anything.
and
But
coins and all that shit. So it's like
oh,
I don't know.
could it have been like the rehearsal for the show? And well, no, because he wasn't feeding people to him quite yet. And yeah, no, that had to have been humans that it ate because it was money and keys and stuff. It wasn't.
Yeah,
Yeah, horses aren't just carrying around a bunch of that. So yeah,
change and
so yeah, it
shit.
had
Yeah,
to
that's
have
why I'm
it
like,
had to have eaten a bunch of humans, I guess, before. Um,
yeah, that's why I'm like, and I don't know where or how or, yeah, and that's why like I'm like, I also don't think it matters. But that's what's
mm,
interesting is that like it makes you ask these questions. But yeah, no, I will say last thing I want to mention is my favorite part of the movie generally is whenever it's expressly, and again, a reason I think it could be personal
Mm-hmm.
is the raining the blood on the house.
Oh, okay.
That is a
Yep.
targeted attack. You know,
That's
like that
true.
is, I know you're in
100%.
there and I want you to come out. You know,
Yep.
like
Okay. Okay. Now that's fair. And that's like, oh, you fed me the first thing that I could not eat ever, and that it just fucked with my digestive
yeah, now
system.
I'm fucking mad at
Yeah.
you, you know?
Now I
Now
will.
there are now to go back to what you were saying, like the instinct thing, I think they just kind of weaponize that against it, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
But like I do think that that's why I think it's actually an example of not higher thinking. I think it's a form of lower thinking. Like
Mm.
it has like it's not capable of processing that if it wants to, it
Mm-hmm.
can. It acts on pure instinct. So that's why I'm like
Mm.
I love those images though. Whenever it rains the blood, like the
Oh.
rain moving further away on all sides is such
Mm-hmm.
an awesome image. Uh,
Oh.
OJ in his car looking up at it. Nope.
Nope. Yep. Close
That's
right
fucking
back up.
incredible.
Nope.
Incredible.
Not doing it.
And also funny. Also funny.
Yeah.
Just another funny beat when he's like, nope.
Mm-hmm.
And he just falls asleep in his car. He's like,
Yeah.
I'm not getting out. No, fuck that.
Yeah.
Waking
That's a
up the next
terrible night.
morning, realizing you can't look at it and stuff. Like that's good stuff. That's good stuff.
Yeah,
Um,
the rain like being blocked off. I love how it like shows a sense of scale of just like how big it is, you know? Like you just see the
right.
ring of no rain and like and oh, it you know, like it was a little personal cuz it like stayed there and just was
Mhm.
making the people scream, you know, like he like Jean Jacket wanted them to hear the screams. Like it was like, "Yep, nope, I'm
Yeah.
going to let you hear this." They're going to scream for it's going to get louder and louder and then I'm finally going to whatever they do to pop them, you know. I don't know what goes on in there. If that's just the
Ooh,
swallow
just
or like
constricts, I
yeah,
guess. Just
oh,
kind of.
just boom, just yeah, it's just like
Yeah.
building up pressure and like that's why they're screaming more and
Yeah.
more and then it just
Yeah.
gives out.
It's
Oh
bad.
yeah,
It's real bad.
yeah, hydraulic press,
Well,
but
and that's the thing
human.
too is that yeah, exactly. I think it obviously understands hiding. It does it
Mm,
every day. It's been sitting in a fucking
yeah,
cloud, or
okay,
creating a cloud. I
yeah, that's
guess.
true. How the fuck does it get that cloud to stay there? Like that's another ability it has. It has like it can just make things stagnant, which is why the shoe, I guess, like that's I keep going back to the shoe, I
I
guess,
get
but like
that. Yeah. Oh,
it's like
I don't think he's so much. I don't think Jean Jacket's so much preventing a cloud from leaving. I think that he's literally conjuring a cloud. Like I think that it's part of. It's like a camouflage.
yeah, yeah,
I think it's
yeah.
like part of it. Which is why I think he's able to process that they're hiding in a house. Like he's able to process what it
Mm,
is to run away and hide because he does it right, or Jean Jacket does it regularly.
mm-hmm. Okay. Yeah, and
Which
I
again poses the question: why the fuck is it just chilling in a fucking cloud right there? Like it's a pretty abandoned gulch. You
mm,
know, it comes up blurry on Google Maps,
mm-hmm.
and there's not much out there. Like it can't be fed off one horse every couple days. You know, like that's
That's
why I'm like,
a
what's it?
why does it come up blurry on Google Maps? It's just a farm, you know. It's not like it is Area 51 or like the
Mm-hmm.
like that is, you know, maybe that is more of like the government does know of this. Like and it's just studying it, you
Right.
know, and like there is a bigger no, I don't know. I think that's going a little too deep
I've always
there.
thought that I've thought that that's like because Google doesn't even send a car out there to take a picture.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Like
and
they're
it's
just like, yep.
just based sat. Yeah, there's the sad. I guess I.
We just know that something's there, but
Mm-hmm.
we don't know what.
Dang. Yeah, that I don't know that. I mean, where's my camera? Dude, your limbs are broken in half. Like, are you like you're still thinking of your camera? Like, I mean, I think it was just for the care. You know, it is just to show how hungry I guess the media is for anything and whatever. But
Oh yeah,
man,
yeah. Like that's expressly
yeah.
anti TMZ
Mm-hmm.
sentiment there at that part of the movie. Like that's
Ah, damn, guys,
you
it's
know
TMZ. And they're just
we're
like,
all so
fuck.
invested in our phones. You know, like
Mm,
why aren't you recording this?
yeah.
All that stuff. Like, are you fucking crazy? This is content.
Oh,
Um,
yeah.
He's like, bro,
Yeah.
close your fucking eye. You are going to die. He like sees him in the reflection of his helmet, which the helmet
Hmm. Hmm.
obviously very, very similar to the ball that gets the horse to react at
Mm-hmm.
the beginning of the movie.
Mm-hmm. Ooh. Yeah. Maybe that's what sets Jean Jacket off and is like, all right, I'm unfolding now. He
Yeah,
does.
fuck this.
Wait, I think he does unfold right after he eats the TMZ dude.
It's pretty
Like,
close to right out.
yeah.
It's whenever he starts chasing Jordan Peele, or not Jordan
Mhm.
Peele, Daniel Kaluuya. That's when he's
true.
like,
Yeah.
but that is when Daniel Kaluuya decides he's just gonna fucking do this thing. It's like right
Mm.
there. He's like, OJ's doing the run,
Oh,
which is a funny sentence to say out loud
yeah.
in a context that's not
Mm.
the whole white Broncos thing. But
Yeah. But no, this was their moment here. I don't know. And OJ, I mean, as a stuntman, as this run went, I mean, he could not have planned it any better. The roll into the shed
sick.
underneath there, and the horse like running. The horse is still running like through the slats of the shed, and you just it looks like I don't know, the first like the frames of
the Sally Gardner
there it is,
at a gallop. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And oh man, I don't know. It feels like there's just so
cool.
much. There's many connections you can make everywhere, and I feel like I'm bound to find more every time I continue to watch it. Because yeah, this isn't the last. That's for sure. I don't know. This is it'll stay on my watch for quite some time. And yeah, as of I guess as horror goes, modern horror movies like this. It's funny. It's like it's not a traditional horror movie, but man, I'd be damned if I didn't say it's like one of my favorites because I love them. It's just one of my favorite movies in general as well. Like it's up there on my favorites list. And yeah, it's just
oh yeah, it's a good man. It's a goodie, man. I do love it. And we've kicked off February in a banger of a way here. So I can't wait for the weeks to come. Next week we got Valentine's Day. We're gonna celebrate with If Beale Street Could Talk. Really, really, really romantic film. I can't wait to show Joe this film for the first time. Directed by Barry Jenkins, great director also. Very, very exciting stuff. So we got that coming up next week on Valentine's Day. Let's see. What else are we doing right now? I don't know what else we'll be doing right now because we're kind of TBD on the whole Fulcrum, a Star Wars podcast, Rebels rewatch continuation and everything. We will see. If we're doing Fulcrum, a Star Wars podcast right now, it'll be the Rebels rewatch on season 3, so you can go ahead and check that out. And I think that's about all we've got going on. I don't think anything's on TV right now that we're desperate to cover. If there is, it'll be on Death by Television. We are doing a giveaway on Blue Sky, the social media app Blue Sky. If you have Blue Sky, you should go to @Colton Robertson. That's my name, COLTON ROBERTSON, and you'll find details for the Cinementalists giveaway, where we are giving away a Criterion Collection Blu-ray edition of Paris is Burning and another of Certain Women, and then a Letterboxd patron status membership. And I'm very excited for all that. That'll be announced. The winners will be announced in a month, and I'm looking forward to it greatly. All the details can be found on Blue Sky, but I can tell you right now, all you need to do is download an episode, and then you need to subscribe on YouTube, and that will guarantee you an entry as long as you can send me proof that you did such a thing. So that's important. But that's why Blue Sky is where you need to be, because you can DM me there, and that's how I'll find out. But yeah, let's see. So yeah, follow me there @Colton Robertson, and we can call it good. Leave a 5-star rate and review, and download this episode wherever you might be listening. Would appreciate it greatly. If you are listening on YouTube, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Hit a like button. I would appreciate it greatly. Comment, talk to us. But yeah, let's rate this movie and get out of here. What are you feeling on a scale of 1 to 10 about Nope?
Well, I mean, I've given it a 5 every time on Letterboxd, and I've never thought of once of changing it. But I don't know. I do love this movie. It's my favorite Jordan Peele movie, but it's crazy that I have the hesitation for the 10. Like I feel like just 9.75 or 9.5 is where I'm thinking. But like first watch, I'm at a 10. Like I don't know. Like I think it was not knowing, I think is a lot of the movie, and a lot like of just Jordan Peele's horror philosophy. And then now it's just kind of like it's more of what why the movie's good, and like the cinematography, and like
Dude, Hoyte
thinking
van
of the
Hoytema's
moment.
work here is
Oh,
fucking gorgeous. Michael Abel's score is
mm,
incredible. I've never
mm-hmm.
really given that the credit it deserves, but the last act's music is fucking
Yeah.
insane. He also scored The Acolyte. Shout out to that man, Michael Abels. He's
Okay.
a good composer.
Okay.
But yeah, no, the music is incredible. The visuals are incredible. The sound's incredible. The performances are great. It's super well directed. So I'm also super high on this movie. But I'm not out of 10. You know, I've
Mm-hmm.
never. I don't cry when I watch this movie. You know,
Yeah.
strictly. I get real happy, but I don't.
Mm-hmm.
I don't tear up or anything. I think. I think. I'm still super high on it. It's over 9. Like I'm going like 9.5,
Mm-hmm.
probably.
That's it was at least the gut. The gut was 9.95, 9.75 also felt just a little too high. I don't know. It's just not that, I don't know. Not that ballpark, or it's just not that type of movie, I feel like.
Mm-hmm.
But I hope that it kind of becomes like this I don't know, 2022. I'm wondering if like 10 years in the future, if we just look back at movies, if it's going to be as, I don't know. It didn't. I guess even right now, it doesn't feel like it's that huge of a movie. I think it had its moment, and but I don't
I
know.
would agree with that.
One of the most creative creatures I guess I've ever seen on film, and probably my favorite. Just everything about it, the mystery, not knowing fully everything, and just the look, the design. Man, I can't.
All of it.
The good old jean
Magnificent.
jacket. But yeah, okay, there we go. A 9.5. I'll agree with you there. To make the
Kick
math
ass.
easy. So
Nice and
okay.
easy on us there.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, at a 95%, we kick off February with a
Mm.
banger and Nope. And come on back next week for If Beale Street Could Talk. Cannot wait. We will see you there. And with that, I
Mm-hmm.
was Colton Robertson. I was joined by Joseph George. Thank you very much, homie.
Oh, thank you for having me. It's always a pleasure to be here.
Oh, and it's always a pleasure to have you. And remember, what's a bad miracle?